The rain had just stopped when Ryan stepped into the high building. Her heart started beating faster than usual. Swell felt different that evening, quite heavy with unspoken feelings. She had been invited as a lyric translator for an upcoming project. Inside the room, inside the practice room, laughter echoed. Hein, you are offbeat again, Jungkook teased, wiping sweat from his forehead. Tiang rolled his eyes dramatically. Excuse me, I am adding emotion. Namjoon laughed, clapping his hands. Alright, focus guys, this song matters. That's when Jungkook noticed her. She stood near the door, holding a notebook close to her chest. Eyes curious yet shy, some things about her presence made room feel warmer and calmer. Who's that? Jimin whispered, following Jungkook's gaze. Before anyone could answer, Namjoon walked over. Guys, this is Ryan. She will be working with us for a while. Welcome, Jin said brightly. You have officially entered chaos. Everyone laughed, including Ryan. Jungkook found himself smiling without realizing it. Over the following weeks, Ryan became a familiar presence. She watched late night practices, helped fine tune lyrics, and shared coffee breaks with the members. Hoseok often danced around her just to make her laugh. Yoongi quietly offered her song drafts to review. The young talked endlessly about art and music. Jimin made sure that she never felt out. Jin teased her, treated her like family. But Jungkook was different. They didn't talk much at first, exchange glasses, shy smiles. Late one night, while the others argued over dinner plans, Jungkook sat beside her on the studio steps. Do you ever feel scared? He asked suddenly. She looked at him, surprised. All the time. He nodded, me too, even after everything. That night, something unspoken settled between them, understanding. As the seasons changed, so did Jungkook and Ryan. They practiced together in empty rooms, shared earphones on quiet nights, and talked about dreams they never told anyone else. Jungkook showed her unfinished song. Ryan listened like they were treasures. One evening on the rooftop, city lights glowing below, Jungkook sang softly, his voice meant only for her. You know, the young whispered from the stairs where the others secretly watched. He's different with her. Yoongi smirked. Yeah, he's in trouble. But life is not always gentle. A wardrobe was announced. Long months apart, messages replaced moments, calls replaced smiles. Mai returned home, focusing on her own life, yet Jungkook's presence layered in every song she heard. On stage, Jungkook performed flawlessly, but his eyes searched crowds for someone who was not there. One night after a concert, he sat alone backstage. Hyung Jungkook said quietly to Namjoon, "What if I lose something important while chasing a dream?" Namjoon placed a hand on his shoulder. "If it means to stay, it will wait." Month later, fate reunited them. At a small studio session, Ryan talked in and Jungkook froze. For a moment, the world felt still. "You came back," he said softly. "So did you," she replied. This time he didn't hesitate. They didn't rush. They didn't promise forever. They simply choose each other step by step under the same sky that watched them grow. Members cheered quietly from afar. Jin wiped fake tears, Jimin smiled proudly, Jaehook clapped too loudly, Tiang grinned, Yoongi nodded unapproval, Namjoon smiled knowing some stories write themselves. And Jungkook, he finally felt home.